Hey, Redwood Bullion back here with you. Just want to make a quick video. It's been a couple days since I made a new one. As I'm sure you've all seen, we backtracked a little bit from our gains in silver there, but demand is still insanely high. So something's gonna happen at some point. The demand for these and the premiums on the Eagles is just absolutely out of control. 30, 40, 50% premiums. Even seeing 100% premiums. I don't know if anybody saw the Home Shopping Network selling them for $79.99 or whatever it was. Just absolutely ridiculous. Playing in on the fear of people, but now that it's starting to get talked about and shown on stuff like that, that's just going to be more and more people that are buying up the physical demand or the physical metal and driving up the demand for the physical ability to control it and have it in your hand versus the paper trading. So we're starting to see a lot of downward pressure on the prices of the paper market, while the price in the spot market continues to drop a little bit. Premiums continue to stay the same or continue to soar. Same with gold. Gold's up a little bit today. At this time right now, silver's trading at just under $19 an ounce, and I think we're up $3 today, a little over $3 today on gold. Has been a lot of attention on gold, especially with the senator wanting to go back to the gold standard and talking about that bill. Another piece of information that'll go out to the masses and it'll bring in a lot of people that don't normally or wouldn't normally buy it or consider it as much until they hear it being talked about by somebody like that and on a mainstream media and all of that. I think gold is a very good way to protect and hedge against inflation, as you hear a lot of people say, but it's just a good way to protect your money. Silver, though, I think is a good investment long term. I think that the price of that's just going to absolutely skyrocket. But with the silver, biggest thing is just the premiums. Is watch, go for your cost average. Bullion is bullion. As far as I'm concerned, I don't personally buy Eagles unless they're the same price as I would pay for anything else. Everything that I have, I pay spot plus a little bit more. I don't pay premiums based on what the actual metal is. Like, these cost me the exact same as, a buffalo round or anything like that. Some of these older buffalo rounds. Pretty cool. I do miss seeing these ones too, like a lot of the mints that are gone now. Just, some really cool designs. Don't usually get a ton of them. Got a couple tubes of some random old school ones that are really cool. Don't tread on me ones, and even just little things like this. You don't see many things like this anymore minted, or if they do, they're in very, very small quantities and usually command a very, very high premium. I mean, some of the poured ones that do command such a high premium, you could melt down Eagles and, well, not now with the premium, but you could melt down anything else that's spot, just pour it into a different shape and make money off of it just like that. But these are cool. These are definitely a nice piece to have in your collection as part of, just whatever. Just a little step back in time to the old mints that aren't around anymore and all the different designs that they came up with. Even like these just little 1 gram presidential things. I don't even remember where I got these from, but we got a whole series of them. Actually, if anybody does have any of these, if you want to email me or drop me a comment, I'm missing just a couple of them. As cheesy as it is, might as well have the whole set. If I'm going to have this many of it, I might as well have all the presidents. These are all little 1 gram 999 silver, just all the different presidents. I'd have to go back and look and see which ones I'm missing, but that's just a couple of them. But gold prices still, staying around the $1,700 mark, but premiums aren't changing. Premiums are still staying the same and going up for both, and especially on the silver. So I don't know about you, but that tells me something. That tells me that the demand is very, very high, and they know it, and they're cashing in on it. And with the more and more exposure it gets, being on the news and everything else, the more and more people that will buy it. And then that just takes more and more of the physical silver off the market, which puts a lot of pressure on the paper market. And that's when I think we're all going to see our investment really start to come back. I mean, getting an 8% jump last week. Obviously, we backtracked a lot of that, if not all of it. But 8%, that's a big jump, in a day. If that were to keep compounding over the next couple of months, even to keep 1 to 2% of that 8% over a week or every 2 weeks, just to go up 2%, 3%, something like that, you'd have a good return in a matter of a couple of months, even buying right now, as long as you're probably not buying these at some crazy spot price. And also watch out for the fakes. There's a lot of the fakes of these coming out of China. People that are new to get it to stacking silver. Price will tell you everything. They're usually way cheaper, but I have seen fake ones that are the same price as normal, and you won't know it until you get it in your hands. And if you're new to stacking silver and you don't know what it feels like or know anything about it, you might not know that it is fake until you go to sell it. So be very cautious on that. And as I've made in other videos, German silver is not silver. So all those $20, $12 Buffalo 1 ounce bars that you see on eBay and Alibaba and all that for super cheap that say that they're pure German silver, that is not real silver, not this kind of silver. You will not get your money back out of those. You can literally buy them for $1 or $2 straight from China by the thousands. So be very careful of that. Obviously, when the price goes up, if anything, the counterfeit amount also increases. So just be wary out there, especially with the Eagles. I have seen and heard of a lot of fake Eagles. I was actually just in the place where I get most of my metals the other day, and a guy had bought multiple tubes of ones that he felt he got a really good killer deal on, only to find out that they were all fake. He couldn't, he bought them online, so there's not much you can do as far as checking them, but, he had no recourse, and he was out thousands and thousands of dollars, and he thought that he had made an investment, and he hadn't. He had made a big loss. So just be wary. They are out there. They're flooding in. I personally usually stay away from Eagles myself, unless they're a good deal. They're just not worth the premium when it all comes down to it. You hear lots of different opinions. It's government minted, sovereign this, confiscated that. I don't know enough about it to speak intelligently on it or anything like that. That's just my opinion, that I don't feel that the premium is worth it. I'm an investor, not a collector. I buy it as bullion. I buy all of it as bullion, and I look at it at what I would be able to sell it for as bullion and try to get the lowest premium possible. So yeah, that's about it. Just be wary out there. You're seeing a lot of movement in the metals, base metals, gold, silver, everything, uranium, all of it. Everything's starting to move one way or another, sideways, up, down, all of it. And we're on the verge of something. Banks are really starting to come under a lot of heat, a lot of pressure. So just be wary. Stack away, if you can afford it. Start buying as much as you can possibly, and going through your change too, even just going roll hunting at the bank. You can't lose any money. You go in there and buy $20 worth of halves or something, have 50-cent rolls or something like that. If you don't find any silver, you just take them right back in there and get your exact same amount of money back. But hey, if you find one, there you go. It's worth a bunch more money and you made something. So if you get bored on a day and you got the time, go around to some banks, buy some rolls, hunt through them. Worst case scenario, you just got to take them back and get the same amount of money back, And you can also order them too, so can't hurt to try. It's one way to get into silver, pretty cheap if you want to and you got the time. So, all right, well, you guys keep on stacking, keep taking it off the market, and let's hope it keeps going up. See you next video. Appreciate it. If you guys like this, drop me a comment below. And like I said, once I do get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do a 10-ounce silver bar giveaway. So yeah, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and drop me a comment below.